Flames, big smoke, and it all started less than an hour ago. It's in the 8100 block of Miller Road that's just south of I-69 near the downtown area of the city. Still a very active scene right now.
ABC 12's Matt Whitkos is there as we speak. And Matt, judging by your Facebook Lives, it's really hard to breathe out there. What can you tell us?
Yes, Angie, Matt, these firefighter crews have been battling this fire for quite some time. We were first on scene, and we've been mostly seeing a lot of concentration here in this back part of the funeral home. As you can see, flames have been shooting out of this rear part of the building, and this smoke has just been filling this whole parking lot, which has been making it very hard for me to breathe. But obviously for these firefighters, they're wearing their oxygen mask right now. As you can see, if you look down there near the bottom, you can see crews coming in and out of the fire of the funeral home, trying to put this fire down to a bare minimum, but still, unfortunately, just flames have been concentrating right in that kind of an area near the west side of the funeral home, and that several agencies have been coming in to try to knock down this fire. We've seen Flint Fire, we've seen Flushing, we've seen Gaines Township, we've seen Swartz Creek, but a lot of this building has just been pilling down with smoke from all areas of the funeral home. Mostly we've been seeing smoke even in the front of the funeral home at Shap's funeral home here in Swartz Creek. Unknown on just how this fire started, but we're working to answer that question. Hopefully we'll get an answer from the chief here by the end of the newscast. Reporting live in Swartz Creek, I'm Matt Whitkos, ABC 12 News.
We want to update you on that breaking news we brought you at the top of the hour. A massive fire right now happening in Swartz Creek at the Shap funeral home.
Yes, it's a long-time business, family-owned, several generations. A sad night for a lot of people, and they really have their hands full. If you take a look at some of the live pictures we have out there, still a lot of smoke and flames. Our Matt Whitkos is out there live now. Matt?
Yeah, Angie, Matt, we've actually seen the flames become out of control enough to where firefighters have been evacuated from the building. As you can see, the fire has been shooting up 30 to 50 feet up in the air, and recently we've just been seeing the flames just gradually just kind of enhance and further grow here in the back part of this funeral home here in Swartz Creek at the Shap funeral home. Speaking with a manager who's owned this business since '69, he's broken into tears, upset about this. This is his livelihood. This is what he's been depending on for most of his life. He bought this back in '69, and pretty much he's been running with this with his family, his son-in-law, his sons, and a little bit about here at the Shap funeral home at Swartz Creek. Talking with him, he was mentioning he's no clue on just how this fire started, but he said the cremation is not located where the flames are currently shooting out. Actually, that's kind of in the area of where the preparations and where the bodies are, but he has some hope that with the circumstances of where these bodies are, hopefully they'll be saved.
But I think the bodies are safe in there. They're in a cooler. I think they're safe. They need to get my son-in-law here. He can get in there, and we got to get those bodies out of there. That's all we got to. That's all I care about.
Yeah, again, Roger was mentioning that the bodies are located in a cooler, and he's hoping that has saved the bodies. We talked with him and just asking, like, for those families who have their loved ones in there, you just call the Shap funeral home at any of their other locations to get notified and just exactly where your family loved ones are. Reporting live here in Swartz Creek, I'm Matt Whitkos, ABC 12 News.
Hey, Matt, question for you. We just saw over the past, since we started the newscast, that the fire is continuing to grow. Can you talk a little about the manpower that's out there? Because several departments are out there having to battle this.
Yes, the manpower has been just amazing. We've seen crews from Flushing, Gaines Township, Flint, Swartz Creek. Several agencies are just coming and still coming into this area, working to try to knock this fire down as quickly as possible.
Thanks a lot, Matt. Our thoughts certainly with them tonight. And you could just see the emotion. Thank you.
I'm going to follow our breaking news coming out of Swartz Creek tonight.
Yes, out of the Shap funeral home, a huge fire there. Firefighters still battling from several departments. Our Matt Whitkos out there on the scene. Matt, can you just give us an update?
Yeah, Angie, Matt just spoke with Roger, the manager / owner of the Shap funeral home in Swartz Creek, and he says this portion right now where crews are concentrating on the fire, that part of the building is more than 100 years old, and we've actually seen a slight progress on battling this fire. Earlier, we actually saw crews being told to evacuate the building in fear of the structure, but right now We're seeing crews heading back into this left side of the building. We're right now trying to battle the fire kind of towards the middle. Right now, unknown on kind of the investigation on how this fire started, but we'll work to continue to follow up on this fire. Reporting live here in Swartz Creek, I'm Matt Whitkos, ABC 12 News.
Certainly feeling for those families there tonight, too.